Okay, so today I'm actually using a different microphone because I want to experiment with uh my IEMs because the thing is gaming headsets, they are kind of overrated. But here's but before we begin, here's the meme of the day. This is an AI generated image of a broken Ramune bottle. This is basically me saying I'm done with the anime Chitose in the Ramune bottle. I'm sorry, but I cannot defend such horrible writing like that. So yeah. Now because they were being extremely crude for slice of life. Hold on. I think my headset's not playing well because it's set to a different frequency. So uh, I'm not sure if it's my computer lagging or my sound device not playing well. Let me just restart the audio. Which capture device was a? That was for the Oh, I have two of them actually. Let's try to fix this now because we have a duplicate. Actually, it had nothing to do with that. So I'm probably just gonna switch over to my gaming setup if possible, because it's set to default, and we want to change this back to the Actually, we're back. I'm sorry for the long wait, but because I had to reconfigure my microphone midstream and something, so we just got um. Okay, so today we have 5 weekly challenges. Now, to start things off, I do want to address the elephant in the room. That is, people on Instagram romanticizing the year 2016. It was a year with very real consequences, such as Brexit, the 2016, over in the US. And people keep saying that, oh, but it was 10 years ago. Just post something of yourself 10 years ago. As in, you want to throw my suffering out the fucking window, right? Like a cultural Marxist. I'm sorry, but I just cannot defend this shitty trend that erased real life suffering. And a lot of people say, oh, but 2017 was bad or something. No, if anything, that year was actually good for me because I went to Japan for the first time before the madness of COVID and over tourism. Before things got a lot worse, honestly. Sorry, but I can lay out like 12 concrete reasons why 2016 was such a horrible year for me. Probably the worst one in the late 2010s. So first of all, I got into multiple fights at school, but it was actually because the staff and the students were instigating me, and then somehow they placed the blame on me, not on the agitators. And the staff did not accept responsibility for even let me go that far or something. So then, you also have, oh, by the way, I did have a romantic interest, back then too, but unfortunately she cheated on me right before my birthday that year. But I'll give her some credit as to not send me like postal threats, like unlike that one cosplayer and her entire network did. I'll give her some credit. My romantic interest back then, so that's just measly. And then, around that same time, we started watching videos about retro gaming in Japan, and I was like, oh my god, I want to go to Tokyo so badly, but the circumstances I had at that time did not permit for that because of my troubles at school, and, lack of finances and all that stuff, and also lack of preparation. You know, I had to use New York City subway as a training ground for learning how to transfer trains in Japan, right? Okay. And then you had this one god-awful movie called Batman vs. Superman. I walked out within the first 5 minutes after seeing Batman's parents get killed or something. That shit haunted me, honestly. And then, I didn't realize that someone in my school was in the same theater as I was. And then when I boarded the bus, he was like, oh, we need to talk about the Batman vs. Superman stuff. I was so pissed off. And then, we got into another fight. My god. And then my mom had to pick me up or something. Such a horrible year, and everyone's fucking romanticizing it. It's like 2014 was 10 years ago, all over again. I don't know. I'm just very pissed off, honestly. You don't erase people's suffering like that, okay? Okay. I don't know. Social media algorithms are so delusional, honestly. This was a clean race, but let's save it anyways. And I will also check the audio settings on my, yeah. I think the audio settings are good. So now we have to open up, the second weekly challenge. European Clubman Cup 600. So you could do 600 and above. We're going to use the M397 for this. Yeah, the M397 was actually tuned. But you could also use this car. AMG is actually a pretty strong car, so we're just going to use this car. Oh, and not just that, but 2016 was also the year where the belief of America bad had solidified on the internet. Even though what would happen in Europe, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand would not really surface until years later. Everyone loves to dunk on that use the free healthcare myth or something. When in reality, look at Canada's healthcare system now. Even though it's free on paper, there are waits that are extremely long or something. I heard that thousands of people have actually passed away waiting for healthcare or something. And yes, even the US healthcare system with its absurd big pharma and big insurance BS, they still have, they somehow still have better, like, better quality of care, better, like, responsiveness, even though you had to foot the bill afterwards. And I actually heard from the grapevine that there are government efforts to try to like lower healthcare costs and go after big health insurance companies or something. It's more bipartisan than you think, actually. But regardless, people keep saying, "Oh, but Europe," I don't know. They're usually referring to Western Europe, not Eastern Europe or Russia. Going a little fast, honestly. But because I'm using racing tires on a road car, that's why it's oh, I almost spun out again. Okay, so and then at the end of the year, I got expelled from that school because of the fact that I had another panic attack while they were watching one of the worst fucking movies ever made, Transformers: Age of Extortion. I'm sorry, I mean Transformers: Age of Extinction. But I call it extortion because do you really want to know how horrible it was? That movie was, honestly. So then you had the Dallas shootings on July 7th, 2016. This was exactly on top of 2016, and when I landed in Japan a year later, on July 11th, 2017, while waiting for my JR pass, the Dallas shootings came right back to my fucking mind when they mentioned Tanabata. It was about wishing for something, and then, I did say it's Tanabata 2020, explicitly, but those woke shit, I don't know, those woke shit, I don't know, activists need to get out of my face. They have absolutely no business with me, especially after the death of humanity. That was 2025. I mean, I shouldn't be saying this, but I really 100% think that God is dead. And that people are stuck in this narcotic called social media or something. And then you also had the overall carrier environment for Android phones. Like, oh, you want to buy an Android phone, you need to buy from AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, and you got paid to your contracts, and you got unlock and deal with bloatware. That's why I switched to Google Pixel 1 back in the day, because I had enough of Samsung's bullshit, especially with the Note 7 blowing up. And then you also had like GTA 5 mods being censored through the DMCA system. It's so fucking broken, honestly. And then you also had the iPhone 7. You know, the 7 deadly sins. Because the thing is, when Apple released the iPhone 7, they removed the headphone jack and did not compensate with wireless charging. They later fixed it with the iPhone 8 and the SE second and third generations, as well as future iPhones. But the fact that they omitted wireless charging on the iPhone 7 was a huge sin. But their cowardice remains. They call it courage, I call it cowardice. Because a lot of phones until 2020 had headphone jacks and water resistance. And then they just want to sell their wireless earbuds that you lose constantly. I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm a little angry this stream, but those people on Instagram have no right to erase my suffering in 2016. They have absolutely no right to do that. I mean, some people say, oh, but it's freedom of speech or something. Yeah, that's true, but can't you just show a little sympathy for those who like got screwed over in 2016. Just a little sympathy, please. Some mercy. Okay, I'm not sure why I use this car, but... I'm so tired of all the BS on Instagram. I might just delete my Instagram account soon because they really don't want to pave over the suffering that I went through. And then you also had the 2016 MacBook Pro. Like, why do you need to do a second fucking connector change in a year? Like, when iPhones were still being sold with USB-A cords and you had USB-C only laptops, it just shows a type of cowardice and stupidity that has not been seen by other tech companies at the time. And then you also had the FBI stuff too. And then November 9th, 2016 came and social media just blew up. And everyone would say, oh, I want to go Canada, or I want to go Europe. They did not know what was in store for Canada and Europe after 2020, which was totalitarian control, globalist frameworks. And now we have Mark Carney over in China. Over in the PRC, actually. Kowtowing to the CCP at every corner. This was not a Korean race, but we had him kowtow to the CCP. I don't know. It's just so unbelievable how horrible 2016 was, and yet people love to whitewash the year, like they whitewashed Despacito, or that one beautiful song about snowflakes in Taiwanese Mandarin. And they don't own responsibility for how the events of March 2021 played out or something. Oh, just stupidity. Now, the worst part was I was actually locked up under the illusion of choice just 5 days before Christmas. I almost missed Christmas time with my family, but the problem was Pennsylvania's healthcare system and that ugly bastard governor of New Jersey, Chris Christie. Y'all fucked me over, okay? Okay, I don't know. And this is why I'm not buying into the social media trends bullshit. Because they're meant to erase suffering, like mine. Let the word be known. 2016 was not a good year, okay? And speaking of 2016 and Sony, they moved their headquarters to California, and then set the stage for their draconian Mao Zedong censorship policies for years to come. The PRC censorship bureaus are far more transparent, ironically, because at least you know what the rules are, but Sony literally keeps moving the fucking goalposts. Now again, I'm not defending the PRC because they're a totalitarian regime that is committing 5 genocides at once. Against the Uyghurs, against the Tibetans, against the Mongolians, against people in Hong Kong, and non-Han minorities in the PRC. All 5 of them are happening within one country. And yet, Mark Carney's over in Beijing kissing Xi Jinping's ass. Or something. And look how many deals he signed with the PRC. It's so disgusting. I mean, the government, of course, not... And he wants to be closer to a totalitarian regime on the other side of the Pacific, rather than the US, which is geographically closer. The delusion... The quote-unquote consensus as conformity in Canada. I'm not saying all Canadians are like this, honestly. There are a lot of people who oppose this trend, but sadly too many mainstream Canadians. Because the media power in Canada is concentrated on the very few large monopolies. And same thing with telecommunications and aviation. That's why good ideas don't even reach Canada. And I also had to come clean about the Xbox 360 and why I did not do a 20th anniversary stream. That's because Microsoft locked down the hypervisor for the 360 extremely early into the boot chain. It is just generally hostile towards any soft mod or hard mod, either your JTAG RGH or the recent exploits. But what all these have in common is they race the hypervisor. And a lot of people keep saying that, oh, but this new exploit called a bad avatar has 8% success rate. But for me, it was 0%. 0. I couldn't get that shit to work. So the Xbox 360 is inherently designed against preservation and homebrew at every level. So if that's an indictment of what Microsoft's best-selling console is, then what else is it? I mean, even the PS3 had easier, more persistent soft mods, and the Wii was trivial, honestly. The Wii was also kind of trivial too. But the fact is, the 360 was uniquely hostile towards homebrew. No console before or after it was this hostile. Not even the OG Xbox. Not even the new modern Xbox with these so-called not even modern Xbox with these developer mode is as hostile as the 360 was. I know, right? I'm not being a PlayStation fanboy or a Nintendo fanboy. I'm just being a realist here, because 360 had so many great games, but it was locked by a stupid hypervisor. It still kept out a lot of people from homebrew, including me. I even tried doing the RGH, but it was so dangerous, and you need like an X-Acto knife to like cut a trace, and I didn't want to get an X-Acto knife, so I used a kitchen knife, and I cut a trace on the board. So I was like, nah, it was not worth it to modify an Xbox 360. You know, there's like Forza Horizon 4, and even Xbox 360 emulation is really difficult because it relies on too many Windows system calls or something. I don't know. 360 had tons of great games, but very awful preservation. Anti-tampering. As in, like, you can't really know more about the system unless you were literally working at Microsoft or something. That's just how it is, sadly. Here's the 360. I'm just waiting for this car to keep going. I'm not sure if it's the final lap yet, but we need to get to our third challenge, and I'm already burned out, believe it or not. It's like, no one really wants to acknowledge my suffering in 2016. I'm sorry, but that year actually sucked for me. And I have the right to state my opinion. And the truth about that year. While social media algorithms like to throw that out the fucking window. Or something. Oh, wait, I don't think this was clean enough, but we're just gonna save this anyway because my car looked really nice. So, okay, without further ado, let's do the third and final one for today because I'm pretty exhausted ranting about. So, World Touring Car 600. I think I just tuned I just tuned this to 600. So we have 5 cars, no gas or something. But this is the course in Brazil, by the way. I don't know, honestly. Interlagos 516. Okay, let's get in. So we're just going to use the medium tires because soft tires spin out too quickly. Let's check the settings again. Medium. Oh, let's start. So I had to tune the performance of this car before the stream. Let me tell you, I was very angry, honestly. Wow. I'm sorry, but I'm just very... Just bringing up 2016 makes my blood boil. And the fact that they romanticize it so much. Say, oh, but it's the last good year before things went downhill. No, things already went downhill for me before the year even fucking started, okay? God. By the way, I'm working on a second, I'm working on a Trails in the Sky gameplay video for the remake, of course. But I found out that X-Composite, X-SHM, and Wayland, they all degrade the quality of both my game and the recording, so... But it depends on the mode. If I used X-Composite, my game lags. If I used, like, let's see, we gotta be careful at this curve, because this curve is where you can literally spin out. Around here, actually, is where you can spin out, so you should brake a little bit here. I spun out in previous races when I was playing GT7, but I'm only in 10th place, because we have 4 more laps. I think I custom downforce kit. And we're... Wow. I don't think I might successfully complete this, honestly. This is a power restrictor side. These cars are moving kind of fast, so okay, this is actually getting pretty difficult here. Eighth place right now, but I actually don't like this course, honestly. Got 7 seconds compared to the person in first. was actually 4 seconds away, which is an eternity on this course because of how many curves there are. Or I'm paying attention to dropped frames because power restricted cars like that, honestly. But I did because that's what ChatGPT 5.2 research mode did with me. It's just so ridiculous how we're romanticizing a year that I had a lot of suffering in. It's not really fun at all. I might just delete my Instagram account if things get, if my mental health deteriorates. I'm serious. Because I find no joy in posting anime screenshots, looking at stuff anymore. Somehow I feel like it's better for me just to go off grid or something. So we have 1 minute. Still lap 4, which is pretty. Which is pretty slow, honestly, because you have so many curves. But the reason I didn't do my stream in HDR today is because I had to change some system configuration after a configuration I used with KVM had actually blown up in my face, so I had to reconfigure the system for it to work. I even tried using Classic 7, but it was not working the way it should, and I don't have. SSDs are grossly expensive right now, so they're probably more expensive than RAM now. Because I'm not sure what's happening with RAM, but the prices have been going up and down, and I looked at the same RAM kit from the stream, the sponsored PC build stream, not my stream, but me commenting on a stream of a sponsored build by influencers, and I found out that I don't know. I found out that the prices keep on changing or something. I don't know. The RAM market's kind of a mess, and the SSD market is a huge mess right now. Even SD cards get more expensive because Samsung is dictating pricing. And we know that console sales are pretty slow too because people are still playing on Switch 1. Mario Kart World was not the groundbreaking software it claimed to be. And a lot of games are still getting Switch 1 versions. Like, the 3.0 update still has, the update on Switch 1 still has the hotel, it still has the quality of life improvements, but no megaphones, no megaphones, no, like, you can only connect up to 8 players, and you also run the game at the low resolution or something. I'm not sure what the hell happened, but I'm not sure if my car Tokyo drifted or something. But my joystick is drifting. because I haven't really used this like PS5 joystick that intensely in the past almost 4 years or something. But I think I think I should stop streaming after this because I am very exhausted from all the rants and all that stuff. Because I drifted, I don't think I got fast this lap, but I did get first place and no Queen race. And we got a 4-star ticket. And 200,000 credits. I really do not like this course, so, I'm gonna exit out. And later, we're going to, YouTube's AI moderation is so dystopian, honestly. I'm just so frustrated, honestly. Okay, now it's time to get to gifts. We have 4-star roulette ticket. What will we get? Oh, we got the worst gift. What's... And that's only 10,000 credits, which is not much anymore. We also have 100,000 and 200,000. Okay, so that's it for today's stream. I will probably do a follow-up stream on later this week, but for now, I'll see you.